I'm Emi.
And I'm Jess.
And today we are trying Christmas specialties from each other's countries. I'm from America.
And I'm from England.
And today we're going to be doing 3 different things from each other's countries. I lived in America my whole life, and I lived in the UK for 1 year.
And I grew up in England, in West Yorkshire. And I've lived over in California now for about 4.5 years.
So go ahead and describe to me like what a normal Christmas is like for you when you were growing up.
Sure. Yeah, the thing about my family Christmases that was probably a bit unusual for anyone is that my dad was a doctor. And so a big part of our Christmas day when I was a young child was going along to the hospital to visit any patients that he had who were in the wards over Christmas. So that was quite nice for them to have little kids come in.
Yeah, that's actually really cute.
Yeah,
so was it like for like long-term patients or
or just happened to be
happened to be there.
You know. And then the other things that we would do first thing in the morning, we had stockings full of presents.
Yeah.
Which I think you do also have.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. So we'd open those in my parents' bed, and my granddad would stay over the night before, so that he could come in and sit and watch us open our presents as well.
Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah. Probably most years we would go to church, particularly when I was singing the church choir. Yes, I did used to be a chorister. And then we didn't eat our Christmas food until probably the middle of the afternoon.
Oh, the afternoon. Okay, so you guys were also like an afternoon food.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then Christmas presents, like from one another, from other like friends of the family. Mostly the kids would open theirs all on Christmas Day. My mum would hoard all her presents. And she would open them really slowly and she'd stretch it out for about 5 days.
So is that like she opened them like after Christmas too?
Yeah. My mum loves delayed like gratification.
My Christmas was, so I had 2 families. I have my Nicaraguan family and my American family. And my Nicaraguan family is Catholic, so they did all of their stuff on New Year's Eve. And my American family did all of their stuff on Christmas Day. So for my family being divorced, that worked out really well because we didn't have to fight over who got Christmas.
Yeah.
When I got older, when it was just my mom and I, we used to come home at midnight almost, basically from Christmas Eve, because we would tap out before they went to Mass. My mother's side of the family is Mormon, so we didn't do Mass or anything. And so we would come home in the middle of the night, and when it was just my mom and I, we sort of, by that point I was like 12 or so, and we kind of were like, why are we waiting until Christmas morning? And so we would open all of our gifts at like midnight, and there's always like pajamas and stuff, and so we would open up our stuff and then we'd go to Christmas, in the next morning. Same thing, we also got stockings. My mom always did amazing stockings.
Yeah, mine did too.
Yeah, they
really
would put
incredible.
and I was like, honestly, I don't get like whatever the presents, like the snacks or what I was after. My mom made she got like fantastic snacks in there. So same thing with like the stockings and stuff. But,
we always got in the top of the stocking we got an annual. Did you get annuals?
No, what's
here?
an annual?
It's like on a particular topic, like maybe it's I don't know, Spider-Man annual or a girls' comics
like a comic
annual.
book?
It's like a thick comic book with hard covers. It's like a kind of bumper edition.
So there's sort of like, it's like an omnibus where they've got like a bunch of different comics, or...
Yeah, they bought and so they bought it out around Christmas for this purpose, presumably.
This was like in the 90s?
Yeah. 90s. 80s and 90s. Yeah. This is our first one from England. The whole of the UK, really. In fact, this packet has tartan on it, so it's probably meant to be Scottish. They're mince pies.
Oh yeah, yes, I love mince pies.
Yeah, Americans go crazy about mince pies because you're like, it's mince meat. That's a meat.
Yeah, no,
right?
I definitely, when you told me you're making mince pies like the first time, I definitely thought, I was like, why? Because you don't eat meat. So
it traditionally, or a very long time ago, they would have had meat in them, but that got lost along the way. They still sometimes are not vegetarian if they have meat suet in them.
Oh, like in the crust.
It's I think actually it's part of the mincemeat. It has, when you see mincemeat, like when my mum would make mincemeat, it's got all these like little like tiny little white specks in it, and that's the suet.
Oh, okay.
Through it.
So when I was living in Scotland, I basically between like November, maybe October, I'm not sure, I basically like was trying to eat like as many of these as possible because we can't really get them in the US.
Now this is really not a surprise to you, is it? You like mince pies very much already.
All right.
A bit off them.
Yeah, I've got like cute little cups. All right. You're right. They're definitely more shortbready than I was expecting.
The mincemeat seems pretty spot on to me.
Yeah.
That's what I would expect it to taste like. But yeah, the pastry is very short, right? So I guess it's got a lot of butter in there.
Yeah. It looks like it's got like raisins or something in it.
Yeah. So in there you've got raisins, sultanas, which you call yellow raisins.
Yellow raisins. Yeah. Just name it what it is.
And
yeah, that's nice. I feel like the ones that I had, instead of having sugar on the top, had like frosting on them. And I don't know if that's just my American side that just wants more frosting on everything.
Right.
Thank you. Okay,
excellent.
cool.
All right.
So I don't actually know what this dessert is called. I think they should have called it tricorn. Like, people out there who do marketing, you've missed a trick by not calling it tricorn. But it's these like canisters full of popcorn. Like, I don't know where they come from. They just sort of like appear. And it's something that your grandma always has, kind of like tucked away inside. And then like it pops out around Christmas. She's like, "Here, kiddies, do you want some room temperature popcorn?" So the 3 flavors are caramel corn, cheese popcorn, and I think like something corn.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. I think maybe they're double cheese or something like that. Maybe these are the white cheddar and those are just regular cheddar. But yeah, it's not like the regular kind of stuff you get at like the movie theater.
Yeah, it's got a cheesy taste to it.
Yeah.
Go straight for the one with the raised caramel on it.
Yeah. So this is just something like you'll find like just randomly in houses, and people will just serve it as like a pre-snack, pre-dinner snack.
Yeah, I feel like different flavored popcorn is something that American has.
Yeah, popcorn is kind of like our thing, so we just do all weird kinds of things with popcorn.
Yeah. Do you thread popcorn onto a string at festive?
God, I tried that once for I did like a reenactment, and we were trying to do cranberries and popcorn, and like it was just the worst mess I've ever had. And because I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna put cranberries on a string."
Yeah,
and popcorn, and it was just like they flaked off. There was salt everywhere. It was disgusting.
I really like homemade decorations.
Yeah,
like a lot of our Christmas
decorations are handmade. Yeah. And normally I appreciate that kind of stuff, but food and Christmas decorations, I don't actually think go together. I don't. Maybe like if it's like a candy corn, which is still in the or like candy cane, and it's still in the packaging, like on a tree, like okay, that's right, yeah. So what was the best Christmas gift that you've ever received?
This one's really easy. I didn't actually get the gift on Christmas Day because it was a special Advent calendar. So I got it at the start of Advent, and it was this really giant, like it's about probably 1.5 meters square bit of fabric with loads of pockets on it.
Yeah.
Like a pocket for each day.
Okay.
And in each pocket was a little hand-wrapped gift. And this was from my... Well, we call her a special person.
Your special?
Yeah, because she would have been my godmother only.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't christened, so...
Okay. He's in.
Special person. And I sang in the choir, and I wasn't even
baptized.
christened.
Oh no, is baptized the same as?
Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you weren't official.
You call it baptizing someone into the church.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like your godma.
Yeah.
Okay.
So she I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure if she made it herself or if she bought it from someone. But it was really amazing.
Oh, I mean that sounds very personalized.
Yeah. And I suppose I was about 10. It was just the most exciting to wake up every morning to that. I was actually feeling guilty when I was remembering this recently because I thought it's like a bit unfair that I got this and my siblings didn't.
Oh no! Wait, so she didn't do one for all of your siblings?
Because she was my godmother, right? But apparently, my little sister remembers that other relative did one for Tim and B.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay. Well, that's pretty nice and personalized.
Yeah, what about you?
My best gift was actually, I mean, yeah, no, it was a bicycle, so which seems a little cliche, but my family did like a really nice lead up to it. So they in front of our tree, they put a giant box that was like twice the size of me, and it was so big that they weren't even able to wrap it properly. They put it into 2 black garbage bags, and so the whole thing was this giant box, 2 black garbage bags, and it had my name on it, and they put it out there like 2 weeks before Christmas. So obviously I had 2 weeks to every single day. They limited me. I was only allowed to shake it once and attempt to make a guess as to what it was, because they got so sick and tired of me obsessing over like, what is this giant box?
I can imagine that would drive you mad.
It drove me insane. And so finally, so it gets to Christmas and my family makes me open all the other gifts before. They're like, you have to open everything else. And I don't even remember what else I got that year. Whatever, who cares what's in the giant box. And I finally got to the big box and I tore into it and it was empty. And I was like, you guys, I can't believe you pranked me. Like, that is so, I was about maybe like 9 or so at the time. Yeah. And I was like, okay, good joke, guys. Right, like, okay. And so my mom was like, hey, so she was laughing. My grandma was laughing. She's like, hey, could you go get something from, like, our back room or something like that? They're like, I forgot to grab something. And I was like, oh, okay. So I ran down the hallway and went and grabbed it. And as I was coming back from the hallway, they had put the bike in the kitchen where I would see it when I came out of the hallway. And that was just like, All right, what is your second dessert?
So this is an after 8 mint, and it's got a minty layer of fondant in the middle. And
that was like a commercial. Yeah. Oh, I like how they come in like portion-controlled little sachets.
And if you put the sachet back in the box, then no one can tell.
And then no one can tell if you ate any. That is like the most kid thing ever, where you eat 5 and you just like slide them back in.
And for us growing up, we thought of these as so posh, so fancy. Yeah. We really like them.
For you Americans out there, this tastes almost exactly like an Andes mint, but like creamier. Like Andes mints are like same thing, super posh, individually wrapped. The kind of thing you put on a hotel, like, on a pillow. Yeah. But they're not creamy like this. Like, this is pretty fantastic.
Yeah, they're really good.
I'm really glad that the box you got had, like 100 in it.
Yeah, it's a big box.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
I once managed to break a tooth on one of these.
What?
You'll be amazed here, because they are so, like...
Yeah, I mean, they're basically butter.
Smushy, but yeah.
How did you break a tooth?
I don't know, but I guess I was of the right age to be losing teeth.
Okay.
But it felt to be like I bit onto the after 8 and then my tooth fell out.
That seems slightly traumatic. So do you know why they call them after 8s? Is that like an after dinner mint? Is that what it's supposed to be? Okay.
I think so, yeah. Maybe to add to this is for adults.
It's the adult only mint.
Yeah.
No children sneaking them out of boxes. For my next food, it isn't actually a dessert, but it is like sort of a Christmas food.
Yeah.
I mean, we eat them year round, but we always sort of like get them for Christmas. Now my family is Nicaraguan, but my stepmother is from Mexico,
right. And
so she always made these for us. Especially for Christmas, she would always like give them as many of them as possible to us before we went, before we left. And these are tamales, and so they are sort of a cornmeal packed into a corn husk, and there's like a filling inside. And so these are not handmade by someone local as much as I would have liked to, because they almost are always filled with meat. Trader Joe's happened to have a vegetarian version, and so I went ahead and got you a vegetarian version. And so don't eat the corn husk. You unwrap it. Apparently, one of my uncles bit into one at my mom's wedding, straight through the corn husk.
Oh right, so inside the corn husk, it's just the mush.
Yes, so you sort of keep it like a wrapper, yeah, and yeah, you slowly sort of bite into it, kind of thing.
Nothing about this is what I expected, but I really like it.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they normally have like shredded pork inside of them, and so this one is green peppers and I think Monterey Jack cheese.
Yeah, it's got slightly
like a little bit of a zing to it.
It's a slightly cakey consistency. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's so tasty.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah,
I just really like stodgy food. So it works for me.
Yeah, I was really hoping you were gonna like these because I just always I like having these for Christmas.
But I have really had a total mistaken idea of
what it was.
They were.
Do you think it was more like a burrito or something?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I thought it was going to be like wrapped in something, and then it was going to be
almost always like there seems to be like a tortilla involved, like wrapped in something, right? And this is like the one of the few like there's no tortilla involved.
So we've both spent time in one another's country.
Yeah, during Christmas. Yeah. So what's your favorite thing about Christmas in America so far, or in the last couple of Christmases you've been here?
Yeah, I really like your approach to ornaments. There's definitely way more wacky, weird ornaments like foods like burgers or chips or a donut, to hang on the tree.
Just put on the tree.
And places sell like commemorative ornaments.
That's true. Like the Madonna Inn. Yeah, exactly. We've got the Madonna Inn one up on there.
And then you have this much more of a kind of family traditions feel about the Christmas ornaments. Like you might get one to represent each year.
Yeah, or like each family member. Yeah, we have those.
Yeah, so I really like that. I also loved when we went for a drive around a local park that they'd filled full of sort of Christmassy light up decorations. Including Christmas dinosaurs.
there was Christmas dinosaurs.
And that feels different to the UK.
Do you guys have like a Christmas pickle? If I said pickle ornament, does that mean anything to you?
Pickle ornament?
Yeah.
The pickles and Christmas I think of is my dad loves pickled onions.
Pickled onions. Christmas. Oh, okay. No, so pickled. I don't even know where the pickled ornament comes from. Let me start there. But you can get an ornament that is a green pickle, and you're supposed to hide it on the tree for Christmas. So it's green, so it matches the tree, so it's difficult to see.
And that's really funny.
And you're supposed to look over the tree, and when you find the pickle, whoever finds the pickle first gets like an extra gift or something like that. It's really dumb. I don't think. Yeah, I think my mom got them the first time. It was in like a set of weird ornaments. It was like an artichoke, an onion, a potato, and there's a pickle in it.
See, this is why I love your approach to ornaments. Like such.
Yeah,
who would put a potato on their Christmas tree?
I mean, I was more like, who puts an artichoke on a tree?
At least they're like quite attractive.
Yeah, no, I mean they were really nice ornaments. But it was just an artichoke, which sort of makes sense. We used to have artichokes. We ate a lot of artichokes, but I was also like, but do we like them enough to put them on a tree?
In my mind, the artichoke is glittery.
It is.
Because all ornaments
are because if it isn't glittery, what are you even doing? Yeah. So my favorite part about Christmas in the UK, I had two things. The first one was I really liked the German market. The German market was funny because it felt like weirdly also foreign in the foreign country, and I sort of was like, so in Germany do they just call it like a Christmas market? And nobody seemed to really know the answer to that. But you guys said like the fact that like pretzels were for some reason like a holiday food, or just the fact that they set up, because I was in Edinburgh and they had set up in the whole main
Princess Street Gardens.
They set up the whole thing that there was like they had like retailers come in for like a whole month actually, and that was nice getting to do like sort of you could just do your local holiday shopping. And again, that pretzels were considered a Christmas food. And then the second thing that I really liked was getting to hear all the different holiday music. Because I had kind of wondered if you guys had different holiday music than we do.
Yeah.
And a lot of apparently like your guys' like popular holiday songs were made in the 80s. So there's like Wham.
Wham.
Yeah, I won't sing it for you guys trying to not do Whamageddon. But something about, I gave you my heart and then you broke it the next day.
Yes.
And then there was like one where there's like a drunken person singing about America in New
Fairy
York.
Tale in New York.
Fairy Tale in New York. And then there was another one written by like I think like Paul McCartney, but whatever. Like I heard them so many times, like so many times I couldn't believe it. And then there was ones that like you guys hadn't even heard ours, So it was cool to see what the geographical differences in holiday music was. But at least we all know that Mariah Carey is.
We all love Mariah.
Everybody loves Mariah Carey too.
Yeah, that's my favourite.
International Christmas music.
But after that, actually, that obvious peak of Christmas music achievement, I do like the Carol of the Bells.
Oh yeah.
And some other like American Christmas carols. Yeah. Third festive kind of snack food is Terry's chocolate orange. These are hugely associated with Christmas. In the UK. The original one was milk chocolate, which tasted of orange, but you can get all different types. I think they had a popping candy one. Which is pretty cool. So it's fun how to unwrap these. If you pass me one of those little rocks, I can demonstrate.
Bash it in.
Tap and unwrap. There we go.
Okay.
And then you open it. It's
it's like
orange cigarettes.
I've always loved how they have like the little orange print. We had these, but not like a Christmas thing. Also,
oh my god, look! Mine's got a little baby chocolate.
It's like we got it. It's a navel Christmas orange.
Yeah, I actually really like the middle where they've all joined.
Okay, I don't normally like dark chocolate. That's actually pretty good. The orange taste.
It's still sweet, isn't it? It's not like super intense dark chocolate.
I'm curious about this being like a Christmas thing because like Christmas oranges, like actual oranges, real oranges with fruit in them, are like an actual Christmas thing because like the oranges are still good in December.
I'm sure that's where it came from.
Yeah, so it used to be like an actual treat where people would get like real oranges for Christmas. So the fact that this is a chocolate version of that.
Yeah, like you, this would be a good thing to find in your stocking.
You'd be like, yeah.
Back in the day, you would probably get like satsumas or clementines, like small peelable fruit.
We definitely got those. Yeah.
That was bloody fruit.
I want bloody fruit.
This is a fruit. It's orange. But yeah, this makes me think of Christmas straight away.
Is this like you guys would get one in your stockings and the first thing you'd be like, gotta whack that, gotta get it open? Probably.
I can just put one of these away, no problem at all, because they're so nicely segmented.
And that's like you don't realize how much you're eating because it's just in tiny pieces.
Yeah, exactly. It's very easily accessible and you pass it around in its container.
Yeah. It's tasty. Awesome. I like it. I like it.
That's a win then.
So for my last one, these are what we would call ginger snap cookies. Apparently they're German. I didn't know that until I tried to make them this year. But this was something that my mom has made on many occasions. We did like a lot of like goodie plates for people.
Yeah.
Or my mom would bake like a lot of different types of goodies, and we put them on different plates, and we pass them all out to like different family groups that, you know, we were families with. And this was always my personal favorite off of the plate was the ginger snap cookies. So they're little ginger cookies with like powdered sugar on the outside.
It's lovely. It's like quite a mild gingerbread.
Yeah, it is, like, because gingerbread tastes disgusting. Let's not lie to ourselves. But these are like sort of like if a gingerbread cookie gave a shit about what it tasted like. Yeah. And definitely a lot more milder after the chocolate orange, to be honest with you.
Yeah, the chocolate orange like punches you in the face.
Mm-hmm.
But,
and it's just more like...
But this is really nice. Subtle.
Like, yeah, Christmas.
Yeah. And they do remind me a little bit of a sort of, German or that kind of European
right.
Festive biscuit.
Where it's just like, it's very tame.
But these are a bit more cookie-like than the ones I've had that are more cake-like. So yeah, this is a nice sort.
Yeah, it's like that right in between.
I bet they'd be really good for dunking. They absorb very well.
You can put these in like chocolate milk or some hot cocoa.
And now we're both
just covered in sugar.
Covered in sugar, which is great for goths.
Yeah.
You can tell which goths.
I've been eating cookies. Yeah. So I would say probably out of all the ones you fed me today, that I already knew that I could like put away like 10,000 mince pies because I did it last year.
Yes.
I was basically like if I had one of those almost every day during the holidays. But the after 8 mints were like actually super fantastic.
Right.
Like had we had those as a kid, I definitely would have like stolen those as a kid and done what you had done. Just Liam loves them. No, that was fantastic. How about you? What did you like?
I think my favourites were the tamales.
They're good.
Yeah, which I love that is considered a festive food for a start, because it's so out there, like, compared to the sort of typical, like, heavy, like roasted
thing. And a lot of people, like, they say, like, they hand make them at home, you know, and do them in, like, big giant, like, pots where they, like, steam them all at the same time. So
and then you've got this kind of handheld thing,
thing,
which you can eat while sitting around with your family, which I think that's a really nice, nice touch. Yeah.
The tamales are favorite on my side, so I'm glad you liked those. Thank you for joining us, for trying a bunch of different international treats. We hope you guys have a good distance Christmas. Make sure to wear your masks, stay home, and hopefully we will have a safe and fun Christmas all together next year. Okay?
And a much happier 2021.
2021. All right. All right. Thank
you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.